Welcome everybody and thank you for joining me. So today I want to talk about Battlefield 2042 once again, as it seems that things are getting worse and worse for this game. As most know, the new Battlefield launched not too long ago, and to put it in the nicest way possible, the game was in a very rough state. There is lots of performance issues, game breaking bugs for some people, but the biggest problem was the lack of content provided. Battlefield 2042 is sold at $70 and in some cases even at $100, and there is just no content in the game to justify that pricing at all, especially if you consider that there is no campaign mode, which is another big problem with the game. I know that there is pretty much no one that plays the story and that overall the story has been pretty bad, but if you are going to charge me up to $100, then I think the solution to their campaign problem should be, it is pretty bad right now, let's fix it, instead of it is pretty bad, let's just remove it completely. But that of course is just my opinion. Be that as it may, Battlefield is here and it is online, and as I have said, the game is plagued with many problems. The biggest one of them all is the no content problem. Now lots of players were banking on the fact that Season 1 of Battlefield would be dropping soon so that there would be at least something to do for players, but unfortunately it looked like their first season is not scheduled to drop until at least March. Comic book reports for the last few weeks, players has been wondering when Season 1 of the game will release. Turns out fans haven't heard anything about the game's first season because apparently it is nowhere near releasing, or at least that's what the game file indicates. Over on Twitter, a Battlefield data miner relayed that word. According to the game's current file, Season 1 is currently scheduled to begin sometime in March of 2022, which is a much longer wait than players were anticipating. This, as you can imagine, did not go over very well with the fans, and many now want to leave the game due to the lack of content. There were many content creators on the official Twitter channel as well as their YouTube channel that indicated that they were very unhappy and that they were in fact thinking or even have left the game already, and unfortunately in those cases I don't really see many of those players coming back. Now many of the comments that has been made on Twitter and on YouTube about players that actually wants to leave the game turns out to be true, because it shows on Steam that Battlefield 5 now has actively more players than Battlefield 2042. People are not just saying that they are going to leave the game, but they are actually leaving it, and at this point I'm not sure how they will turn the ship around. If more good content get released along with a proper patch to fix some of the worst issues, maybe players will return, but the problem is there is also many alternatives like Call of Duty and Halo to play. Many players will just make the shift and not look back. We are currently seeing this happen, and although the competition is not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, it is a lot better than what EA and DICE is currently offering. But anyway, that is all that I have for today. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button. If you would like to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing, and as always, please remember to stay safe, wash your hands, don't touch your face, and I hope to see you again soon.